Next thing we're going to do is take this knee, and right now it's got a fairly sharp point up on top, and this ridge is a little too pronounced. I want this to be a little bit flatter as I go across. Otherwise that center rib on the shell is really going to look kind of wonky. So I'm just going to knock all of this down and then finally just clean up this area with a bench chisel. So back to the 49. I'm starting pretty similar to what we did on the corner of the leg post. Just knocking down the high spots. It's flat for a while. Alright, now I've knocked it down some, and I'll take the new ridges that are formed and knock those down. Over to the other side, the same thing. It's hard to explain where to stop, but and I don't know that it matters that much, to be honest. But one thing I would do is encourage you to do all four of your legs together so that they all match. And while we're sitting here doing this, I'm kind of looking at the other legs to see what shape I left them in. And I think that's pretty close. So I'll switch to the bastard, clean this up a bit. I'm just trying to get all the little ridges out of it. And let's go clean up this just a little bit. Just get a nice interface between the knee block, or the post, and the knee. Good. Now, just to make layout of the knee a little bit easier, I'll take some sandpaper and just get rid of the little strings that are left from the rasp, so that when I trace on the pencil marks, they're a little smoother and easier to follow. There we go. Now at this point, we're ready to start the layout for the knee block. For layout, there's a couple of things you need to remember. First of all, begin with a center line down your leg. And it's pretty easy up on top to guess where that is. It's pretty easy down here, because you can see the center talon to get a pretty good idea of where the center line is, but it's harder on this. It's harder on the apex of the knee. So I'm going to take a guess that's there. Kind of do this by eye. And then use a straight edge. A piece of cardboard works great. And connect these dots together. And trace in that center line. Don't trace it in real heavy the first time, because my guess is, if you're like me, you'll end up repeating this process a few times. Now, sight down the leg. Just go right from the toe, from the center talon, up the knee to the post, and make sure that that line is right in the center of the leg. And make sure it doesn't wander around at all, that it's nice and straight.